All right, the next thing I want to talk about, story time, is hitching. I've had a lot of you guys ask about hitching and what it's like to hitch. And you've seen on my videos, especially this summer, me on the side of the highway with my thumb out. And I mean, that is really what it's like to hitch. So um, as far as the people that pick you up, you could have all sorts of people. You could have people who have no clue what the trail is and just pick you up because they see you on the side of the road and they're going that way. Like in Chester and Bernie, in Chester and in Bernie last year, I had people stop and they had no idea what the trail was. So typically you put your backpack and stuff in their trunk and then you hop in either the passenger or the back seat, depending on what it was. So last summer, I would always be the one to hop in the passenger side because I would converse with the driver and, just kind of hang out while the tramley would figure out what we're doing in the town. So that's kind of how that would work. But whenever you're talking with them, you're either, if they don't know about the trail, well, you're talking about the trail. What is it? Why you're doing it? How you're doing it? Oh my goodness, you're camping? Absolutely. How do you get your food? You bring it. How do you use the bathroom in the woods? Well, you just dig a hole. And so they ask all the general basic questions and go from there. The next person that will pick you up is a person who knows what the trail is and who lives in the town. Let's say it's Ashland. They live in Ashland. They see hikers all the time. They pick you up. They're going that way. And so there, the conversation typically isn't what is the trail. It's how long have you been on the trail? Or it's what's your favorite memory been? What's the most scariest thing that's happened? Where are you going? Or they offer different places around town that they're like, hey, you need to hit this breakfast spot. That's where you need to go, not here. So there's that. Then the third person to pick you up is, I want to call them different. They're more of like the outcast of society. They're on the outskirts of society. And I have a story. So this is in Ashland, Oregon this summer. So when I was in Ashland, I was hitching on the side of the highway, like on the on-ramp, had my thumb out, whatever, waving, whatever. You try to wave and just act so good, innocent, and you're not scary. I'm not this big, scary hiker. I'm a normal person. Anyway, nobody was biting, nobody was pulling over, like it was fine. So then I walked to the gas station, which was just right on the corner, right where I was. Walked in, went to use the restroom, grabbed a Gatorade, walked back out. As I was walking out, I see, a plethora of cars. And there's one minivan that I see. It's a white minivan, and it's rusted, like by the wheel wells, by the headlights, on the top, like the paint's coming off. Then the front bumper is completely gone. And this minivan has a tool storage like container overhead and has a rope down to the wheel wells to attach it. Instead of on the roof rack, it has a rope all the way down to the wheel wells to make sure it doesn't fly off. So as I was walking by, totally judged, and I was like, if that car pulls over, picks me up, I'm not getting in that car. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. So I go hitch. Mind you, I don't see the person who's in this car. He's somewhere around the building. I don't really know, maybe in the bathroom. I just see the car. So that's what the car looks like. And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. So I go back to the side of, the on-ramp, whatever, nobody's biting, it's fine. This car pulls out the gas station, comes to the on-ramp, and what does he do? You guessed it. He pulls over. And I'm like, oh, this is awkward. Oh, I usually don't not like to accept the rides. So he pulls over, he asks, and I'm seeing like here up. He asks, where am I going? I'm like, Callahan's Lodge. Then he asks, or then he says, okay, get in. Like, I'm going that way, get in. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I put my stuff in the middle seat and I see his car, and it's like he's living in his car, or it's just not clean, and it stains everywhere. It's carpeted because it's from the 90s, and so stained carpet, you know, the seats are disgusting. His car's just not clean. So then I put my stuff in the middle, close the door. Mind you, the middle door didn't work, so I had to like open the passenger and like reach my hand through, unlock it, then open it. So I was like, red flag number 1. Then I opened the door, red flag number 2. His car is a hot mess. So I ignore those. I still get in his car, and I get in the passenger seat. Disgusting, you know? And I see that he has mushroom stickers all over his dash. He has a bowl to smoke weed. He has other, you know, vapes of sorts that I'm not really sure what they are, but I can imagine what they're used for, all over the place. And so I'm like, okay. So then I sit down and I look over to him and I say, hi, nice to meet you. Why is this man just wearing a leather adult diaper? I don't know if it was an adult diaper, but it was like a Speedo, but leather. And nothing else. He's driving barefoot. His dogs are out. He has no pants on, just the Speedo leather adult diaper thing. No shirt on. And that's what he's wearing. And he went to the gas station because I didn't see him in his car in the gas station while I was pumping gas. He went into the gas station like that. He went into the gas station like that. Absolutely not. So I said, oh, nice to meet you. You know, he tells me his name, whatever. He gets to driving on the highway. Then his car is like shaking. Like it's shaking as he's driving. And I feel it while I'm sitting, shaking. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I might be stranded on the side of the road, of the highway, with this man. Who is he? And why did I get in his car? Nonetheless, whatever. We have 9 miles until Callahan's Lodge. So we drive, you know, he asks me, what am I doing? I ask him what he's doing. And I judge this man because of what he drove and what he wore. I think rightfully so. I mean, let's be real. Rightfully so. Was he, yeah, rightfully so. But he turned out to be the most kind individual. He was the most down to earth, and he was gonna drive down to Weed, California, and help a friend with their farm, and like do some handyman stuff up at the farm or something, instead of go to a festival that he was gonna go to. And the festival was a shroom festival. So anyway, I digress. So we talk and we just have a great conversation, and the most unlikely people meet. Why would a 4th or 5th grade school teacher meet and hang out with a dude like him? Why would anybody hang out with a dude like him? He's naked in his car, driving me down the highway. Oh my goodness. But it turns out he was the most down-to-earth dude, and he's been through it. I mean, he's been paralyzed from his waist down. I think either paralyzed or on crutches from his waist down for over 20 years. He was an old man for over 20 years. That's how he was getting through life, was his van. And so who am I to judge the state of his van when this man is paralyzed or has crutches on his way down, like legs down? So moral of the story, the theme of the story is, yes, this man could have been crazy, and I could have really been stranded on the side of the highway, or I could have not been seen again, because it is dangerous to hitch. So you only need to hitch when you're in trail towns, because they know that it's the trail. So the moral of the story is, be careful when you hitch. You never know who you will get. You never know who you'll get. And the most unlikely people are most often the most kind people. The most outcast of society people, like this guy, I think his name was Matt. Yeah, I think it was Matt. Anyway, this guy, he was just the most genuine person. So anyway, that is my crazy story about hitching. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging, and I will talk to you in the next one. Okay, bye.